Hello, in this video we will be covering how to create the revision description section of the TI header. In our case, we have 3 revision statements on our exercise scenario that are done by a different encoder on different dates. We will be using the change element and the who and when attributes to encode this information. Now you could use another element to group these revisions together, and that is with the list change element and the change sub element. The preferred use of this element, though, is to group many revision statements in some fashion. So for example, you want to group like revisions together. You would use the list change element. Or if you have revisions that were done all on the same day, you can group those revisions together with the list change element. Since we only have 3 revision statements, we are only going to use the change element and the who and when attributes. So let's go to your TI document. As you can see, we do not have a revision description section. The revision description section will be located after the profile description. So click at the end of your profile description, hit enter, add a greater than symbol, type RE, and revision description should be highlighted, so hit enter. Click inside your revision description and hit enter. This is where you're going to add the change element and the 2 attributes, the who and when attribute. Add a greater than symbol, type C, and the change element should be highlighted, hit enter. Next, we're going to add the who and when attribute. We're going to add the who attribute first. As you can see, the cursor is after the E in the opening change element tag. Hit your space bar and an attribute pop-up window will appear. Type WHO and the who attribute should be highlighted, so hit enter. As you can see, a pop-up window of those encoder IDs that we added to the classification declaration element in the encoding description appears. We actually want to use one of these IDs. I am going to double click on one of these so you can see it pop up in between those double quotes. And as you can see, the who attribute validates. I am going to remove this so it's blank right now. And next we want to add a when attribute. And that's going to go after the who attribute, and the cursor is after that last double quote. So hit your space bar. That pop-up window of attributes appears. Type WHE, and the when attribute should be highlighted, so hit enter. Since we have a date when a revision is done, we want to format that in a standard way by year, month, and day. And so I'm going to show you how that would look like if we do it in that format. And as you can see, we do the full year, full month, and full day. So if your month and day is a single digit, you want to do a 0. And let me do an example of that so you can see how that looks like too. So you do not want to format it in the way of 3-2. You always want to have 4 digits for the year, 2 digits for the month, and 2 digits for the day. And that's how you should format your date of when the revision was done. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this to leave it blank. And next we need to add 2 more change elements because we have those 3 revision statements on your exercise scenario. So copy the change element with the who and when attribute, and we're going to paste that twice underneath. Now we have created a revision description section in the TI header. This concludes this video. The next steps you need to take is to take those revision statements on your exercise scenario and add them to the correct element and attributes we created here. This concludes the series of videos on how to create a TI header.